Yo, what's going on? Not Move Podcast. It's your boy Jimmy with my main man Jah,
Yeah,
and today we going over the final card in the ESPN era in the UFC for now at least 10 years. They're going to Paramount. Catch them on Paramount, but it's the end of an era for the UFC. The ESPN era is done. Uh, not some not crazy name value on this card, but some pretty good fights. There are some snoozers, some that are like but there are some underrated fights. Some guys to watch out for, some guys on the rise. Um, Probably like a 6.5, probably. If I'm being honest with you, it's not no barn burner, but it's one of those cards where you're gonna be like, oh, there's like 8 knockouts on this card. Go back and rewatch it. It's gonna have some rewatchability. I think so. But I don't know. UFC Vegas 112. Uh, how you doing, Ja? How you feeling? I
I'm
know you
doing
was
good.
partying hard, man.
Yeah, I'm
That's why we
alright.
late, man. This man, Ja, he had his birthday. I don't wake up in the morning anyway, so that's why we a little late. So
Yeah,
we'll give you 6 hours to get these tickets in, give you our uh predictions and such. If you followed my play last time, you would have hit. But if you got a problem, 1-800 gambling, man. Do it always safely, responsibly. It's always a risk.
always a risk, always a reward. Just don't go too far down, and you'll always make a reward.
Yeah.
All right, now let's get get on to the picks. The first match is Jamie Lynn Horth versus Sosa.
Yeah, Teresa Blazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'm gonna go. I don't know what. I'm going Teresa. I'm going Teresa by decision. I think they're fairly similar in terms of skill. I don't think one is exponentially better than the other in terms of grappling or on the feet. So I would just say it's a toss up, honestly, and I think Tristan wins.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm on Teresa here too. She's been out of the game for a while. She had a really bad staph infection. That's why you hadn't seen her like in a year plus. So like the staph went from her. She had one in her, like in her finger, and then it went to her knee. But I mean, back when she was on the scene, she fought a very good fight against Natalia Silva, who is in line to fight Shevchenko. I think they're on the short list. So and she gave her a good fight. I think Jamie Lynn Horth is just kind of mid. So I think Blake can get by. I'm going with Teresa as well, but probably by decision or maybe submission late. I don't know, but it's
Oh,
always a
wait,
toss up
submission.
with these women's fights. So I'll lean more towards the decision.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna get started on that on the women. Next is Alan Frey Jr. versus Pat Gualami. Pat, pretty sure I said that wrong. This
Yeah,
is
it's
both of
it's
their
fine.
yeah, they both having their debut. This is a fight I see somebody going out.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
pick
someone's going out.
Pat. I'm gonna pick Pat to win, but I think one somebody's going out. I don't see it going
Yeah,
to the ground much.
I agree with you, bro. I don't know how this is even on a UFC card. There are guys on the contender series with more experience than these guys. I think they were just trying to throw some stuff together. Definitely someone's getting knocked out for sure. Alan Fry's had one crazy maul knockout or something that went kind of viral on Twitter. Pat, from what I've seen, is more like he's probably quicker on the feet. I know he's might be the lighter man skill here, 248 around there probably. Got somewhat of a karate base. He's definitely the faster guy, but I think I'm gonna go with you. But I would bet just someone's getting knocked out probably in the first 2 rounds. I don't see this going to the third.
Yeah,
Probably
I
won't
don't
even
even
see a
think.
second bill.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't think it goes to the second. Next is Melissa Croden versus Luna Santos, and I have this fight going one to two ways. Santos gets demolished and knocked out within the first two rounds, or Santos takes it all the way to the end and gets a late sub or wins by decision.
Yeah, those are very two good possibilities. That is kind of how this fight's gonna go. Croden definitely is the better striker, is the bigger girl physically, um, has the better reach. Santos is more of that BJJ base, Both of them have a common opponent in Lisboa. I would lean more towards Santos just because I feel like the UFC want to push her more, but I could see it going either way.
Yeah, it's one of those hit or miss fights. You're not really too sold.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
Next is Steen versus Steven. Yeah, Steen versus Steven. This is Steven's debut. Steen's coming off of a loss. I feel like this is just a fight to get Steven acclimated into the UFC. This is supposed to be a fight that he wins.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna just say he wins. I mean, they're giving him an opponent like this to try to hype him up.
To build,
So I would
yeah,
hope
yeah.
he would win.
No, if you saw Asplin on a contender series, he had a crazy knockout, the concrete layer. I like Asplin a lot. I think he wins probably by knockout in the first two rounds. Probably the first round, realistically. You gotta see a knockout in this fight. Steen hasn't really impressed me. The fight with Junior Paffa was kind of like, what are you doing here? I don't know. I like Asplin a lot in this spot for sure.
Mm. Next is Neil Magny versus Omosov.
Yeah, my love, yeah.
Uh, and every time I pick Magny, he disappoints me. Every time. So I'm gonna pick him again, and if he lose, I give up.
Well, he got you right last time because I picked Jake Matthews and you picked Magny and Magny won that one.
Oh yeah, Magny did win.
Yeah, Amazon's been the premier Bellator guy at 170. He's like what 28-1. They had a chance to sign him at 26-0, but they didn't. He got KO'd by Jaron Jackson now, his only loss. He's really good on the ground, kind of what Magny struggles with. But we've seen how many times have we seen these Bellator PFL guys come over here and just struggle? But they've always been thrown to a top 15 guy, someone in the top 10. Magny's just been that perennial gatekeeper, so I would lean towards Amazon by submission, maybe decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Magny won. I'm gonna be honest.
Interesting, interesting. Next is Johanderson versus Isaac. This is Isaac's debut.
Hmm.
Um, Brito is coming off of a loss. Isaac is the bigger fighter overall. I mean, this is a fight to try to propel Isaac. I think this is Isaac. I know they really want to get. If he, let's say he get a knockout early, right? This is a guy they're going to push because the Australian market is a market that they want. They want a big name from everywhere. In Australia, they don't really have
No, they got
that
Volt
guy
Griffin.
anymore. No, Volk is on his way out soon. He cannot do this forever. I will not
Yeah,
accept. He beat Max. I will not accept him to do this forever.
I,
No.
I like Joe Anderson Brito here, man. Isaac Thompson's coming in this 3 days notice, 2 days notice is late notice. He's definitely a tougher opponent than what Joe Anderson Brito was initially getting, but size wise, this they did a face off. They're similar in height. The height differential isn't that bad, as bad as it looks on uh, paper. But I think Joe Anderson Brito is definitely a better grappler. Um, Isaac's not bad on the ground himself, but he's been put in positions where he's had his back taken before. I think he finds himself in a rear naked probably in like round two. I
He
just like
also
Brito
gives
here.
up his back. He also gives up his back. So like,
Yeah, yeah, and Burrito's pretty solid with his hands too. So like, I'm not counting out the knockout either. But I think Burrito gets this is a get right fight for him. It is harder than what he was supposed to get because that Baghdasaryan guy that he was supposed to fight, he could have subbed him in like a round. This guy is at least more competent on the ground than what he was supposed to fight.
next is Amanda Lemos versus Gillian Robinson.
Yeah, yeah.
This is one of those
So,
fights where like I don't want to choose either, but I have to choose one. So I'm gonna just say Amanda by knockout.
I mean, it's similar to the Santos Croydon fight. You got the striker, and only this time the striker is like a tested vet, and then the grappler and Robertson. Only I don't think they're pushing Robertson as hard as they're pushing Santos, but it just depends on which goes through. I would lean more towards Limos and her. Just she's been in there for so long. She's hard to get to the ground. She was able to fend off takedowns from Suarez. So I mean, I don't know if Robertson's on the same level as Suarez. I feel like she's gonna hold her own on the takedown defense. I just piece her up on the feet. I mean, you'll see how this goes by like round two. Like if Robertson's getting the takedowns at will, it's her fight. But if Lemos is stopping it, Lemos is gonna win that. So I would lean towards Lemos, but I wouldn't be surprised if Robertson won by a decision. It's a decision regardless. I don't really see. I mean, like you might see a finish by KO by Lemos, but I wouldn't count on it.
Hmm. I mean, I'm pretty. I thought the fight would go to decision either way.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Next is Bobby Green versus Lance Gibson Jr. and I want Bobby to lose, so I'm going Lance Gibson Jr.
Yeah, they want this. They want a Canadian prospect so bad. I mean, they got Mike Malott, they got the Jourdain brothers. They had GSP back in the day. They had one of the goats, but they're trying to find this the next Canada star that they thought they found it with Juice Davicius. So this Gibson guy's the next guy up. Late notice fight, or not really late note. Well, late notice pull together. Uh, Catchweight fight at 160. Um, Bobby Green in his last three or four fights coming off pretty bad losses. Um, is the vetted fighter though. I know this Gibson guy, his story is like his dad was a UFC fighter. He trains at a I forgot whose gym it is. It's someone who was in the UFC, some female who was in the UFC a while ago. Um, but I don't know, he hasn't been proven to me. I don't know if the thing is with Bobby Green, you never know what you're gonna get. He always has his hands down low, so uh, his defense is just terrible. So I mean, if this guy's good at striking, which I haven't seen much of his tape to be honest, but he can catch Bobby pretty easily because Bobby fights with his hands down. But I'm gonna go with the vet just because he hasn't faced the level of competition yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if Gibson uh, wins this fight. This is probably a stay away for me, to be honest. Just
Yeah,
to watch.
and Bobby Green fights like Sean Strickland. Sean Strickland fought like an idiot.
But he just fights with his hands down. He's a very reactionary fighter, and
Yeah,
that's good
he
when you're
fights with his
young.
hands down and walks forward.
Yeah, like that's good when you're young, but Bobby's like 37, 38, 39, somewhere up there. Like,
So the problem isn't that he fights with his hand down, because even though that is a problem, but if you have distance and if you're fighting with distance and range and everything, like Anderson used to do, it's fine.
yeah.
But if you're
He's
walking
yeah,
into
he walks forward. Yeah, he walks forward with his hands down. It's not smart. I agree with you. I get what you're
you're just
saying.
walking into punches and then expecting not to go to sleep, and then when you go to sleep, you're surprised. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I
Yeah, I
did.
mean, if this Gibson guy has a high kick whatsoever, Bobby might be cooked. I refuse to call him King Green, by the way. Like
Oh
you're
no,
Bobby
no,
Green, bro.
I wasn't calling him king. It
Yeah,
says it,
bro.
but I wasn't saying that. First thing I did, I seen King, looked at the face. I said, "Oh, that's Bobby."
That's Bobby.
Yeah, I'm not calling you that. I'm sorry. Next is Kennedy versus Marcus.
hmm
This is a heavyweight bout. Nothing special about the heavyweights at all, aside from Tom Aspinall. Um, pick Kennedy, but this is honestly a. I'll say this one is a stay away fight as well. I don't.
He thinks I don't know. I like Kennedy and Sechukwu in this fight. I think he's definitely the better striker. I mean, Buchecha is a jujitsu guy. He struggled with Boudet, but I mean he struggled with Boudet because Boudet's very round. When you get a guy as large as Boudet, trying to grapple him just ain't gonna work. But I mean, and Jetsuku's a little bit smaller, but I think he's definitely got the speed advantage. He got the hands advantage. All the fights start on the feet. I wouldn't see this going out of the second round. To be honest, I feel like I mean as long as Kennedy can survive the initial like take like have a good takedown defense, manage at range for a little bit on the first round, he's gonna catch him eventually. Like Buchecha ain't nothing special, man. Kennedy's got the power. He's got the lighter man skill. Definitely the faster, stronger fighter. So I'm going with Kennedy. That's one of my confident picks,
Yeah.
honestly.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like Buchecha at all. I think he's bad.
I think Bobby's bad, but I'm not an
Yeah,
MMA fighter.
Bobby is bad. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Asplin's another one of those confident picks, by the way. Asplin by KO in round one or two. That's a fire pick.
Next is Costa versus Morgan. Honestly, I'm gonna go with the French from Morgan.
I like Melquizel Costa, bro. Let me be real. Morgan has more ways to win. He's definitely the stronger fighter, like strength wise, power wise, but he's got 11 losses. So that means he's been figured out how to lose 11 times. Melquisel's very technical, and I feel like he's been in fights against guys who I think would beat Morgan, to be honest. But I know that's MMA math, but I don't know, man. I really like Melquisel. I know they're trying. I know they want to build up that Mexican fan base. And I like how his fighting style. He's a good technical striker. He's plus kind of in your face a little bit. Kind of worried about that whenever because Morgan has the power advantage, but I feel like if this gets to the ground, Melquizel can hold his own. You know, but I don't know. This is a good fight. This could go either way, but I'm only Melquizel just because he's one of my guys, man. I got to ride with my dog.
And also, Cozell is Brazilian, not
Oh,
Mexican.
he's Brazilian. Oh shoot,
Mm.
my fault.
Next is
He's
oh,
still is he? I don't know. He might be. I don't know.
well, he probably could be mixed because if you look at him, I don't know. Anyway, next is Cesar Almeida versus
Caesar Jacek.
yeah, yep,
This is a firefight.
yeah. I don't know.
I
Uh,
believe you can do it, Joe. Make the right pick.
the thing is though, I'm gonna go on Almeida. I'm trying to talk
Mm,
myself out of doing it because I feel like there's a bigger chance that he may lose than there is he may win. But I don't know. I'm gonna just go Almeida.
nah, bro, you made the wrong choice. Caesariola J check, bro. KO. Easy. Well, any way he wants it, really. I think this guy's got he's got the power in his strikes. I mean, Cesar Almeida is a very talented kickboxer. This is going to be a good fight on the feet, but I think Cesare has the power advantage for sure. And if he wants to take this to the ground, he's definitely got the ground game advantage. He's been training with the fighting nerds. He's a Michael Olajaychik's older brother. You know, the Polish guy trains in Brazil.
Mhm.
He's got it both ways. I think he got it whichever way he wants it. Probably I just got him by finish.
Mhm. The co-main is Giga versus Kevin. Gagi. What up? I
Yeah,
think I
Giga,
the
get
first time.
it's all right. You're good,
Versus
bro.
Kevin. I mean, Giga is coming off of a loss. Probably pretty much don't mean anything, depending on how. But I think they're putting Kevin in the spot because they want him in the top 15 and they want him to be able to challenge for the title at featherweight very quickly. I think this is just a not a toss-up fight, but a tune-up fight for the rank to see where he. They want to see where he marks in the ranks. They don't want to put him up against somebody higher and he folds. This is a perfect spot. I think Kevin wins, but this is just like a measure stick on how good he actually is.
I completely agree with you, bro. I think Kevin's gonna win this fight. Giga's getting old. He's 37. Vallejo's only loss is Gene Silva on the Contender Series, and that was a long time ago. But he still gave him a freaking really good fight. Vallejos is gonna put pressure on him, so to kind of mitigate that reach advantage that Giga has. And when Giga has the pressure on him, he's not gonna be able to kick him because that's really his best thing is like the Giga kick, the whole body kick, body kick. You ain't gonna be able to body kick when homeboys right in your face, right in your grill, putting the pressure boxing on you. And then like he could get it to the ground, like he'll take him down too, and he's better on the ground than Giga is. So I think he's the overall better fighter, and I agree. This is a measuring stick of where he's going to land in the top 15. The top 15 for featherweight is loaded, by the way. So he's going to make his mark, join the pack, and he's going to try to climb that featherweight ladder of that
Yeah,
gauntlet. Because there's some tough fights in that for him. But
yeah.
I'm with you. I'm on Vallejo's here too. Probably decision, but I would lean Vallejo's decision just because Giga hasn't been put out by anybody. I trust his chin, so I would say Vallejo's
Yeah,
decision.
I don't see him being knocked out. At
Yeah.
37, if I'm not mistaken, he has never been knocked out, right?
He might have been like a while ago. It's been a very long time. If he has,
Mm.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
Next is Brandon Royale versus Manel Carpi. Manel wins this, in my opinion. I think Royale isn't going on down tour in terms of top of the flyweights. I think just they're getting better, and after a while, you're getting older. You're not all the battles that you had. It was Figgy, right?
Yeah,
Him
and then he had
and
the fight of the year with Josh Van
yeah, like all the
for
fights.
War.
All the fights you're having. The Pereira, no, I keep saying Pereira. Uh, you know, all the fights that you've had over the years, all the battles that you had lead up into this moment when you start to fall off a bit because you're not. You got beat by Vaughn. You
Yeah,
got beat by Vaughn. So to get a title shot, you're two fights away.
yeah,
Even if you win this, you still have to win another top three guy to top
yeah,
five guy to convince that you win a title shot.
for sure.
I don't see him beating them, especially when Pantoja comes back. It's going to make everything a lot more messy. I don't see Royal getting the title shot, especially when he need. I don't see him winning this fight, but even if he does, I don't see him going anywhere after that. Like I think he's stuck.
He's stuck. I feel it. Here's how I'm gonna break this down. I'm gonna give him both sides. Manel Cap definitely has the speed and the power advantage. He's a good counter grappler. He's not really the best straight on grappler, but I mean when it's counter grappling, he's really really good. He did that. He showed that in the Muhammad Makaya fight. Um, but still, man, this guy he struggled with Felipe Dos Santos, who's a tall, rangy striker like Royval. Only Royval is 10 times like 10 times the fighter that Felipe Dos Santos is. And I feel like everyone's just counting out Royval, man. Earlier, like he's had that Josh Van fight where he's used to fighting the smaller guy. He's not bad on the ground. He's not a slouch on the ground. He's got good hands. I feel like at plus 200, um, I feel like I'm probably gonna play him just because I could see it's gonna be a decision, and Roy will always fight for your money. He'll make it close regardless. He's not gonna get chinned. I don't think so. I'm going Roy Val just purely on the bait. Like he's gonna be in there. He's gonna keep it close, and it's gonna come down to the judges' scorecards, and it depends on which way they see it. So. I'm just going for a Royval decision. I can see it going either way, but I lean more towards the Royval side here. But that's just my opinion. I would I wouldn't be mad if Koff won, but I don't know. He just kind of tends to struggle with the taller guys, but I could be wrong.
I get you saying. I just think he's fighting. You see it a lot of times when guys are fighting for more, they get up more. As in, like, I don't think he's the better
Yeah, yeah.
fighter, but I think
Koff's
he
been
has
at
more
this
to
point where
lose.
he's been one fight away forever, bro. Like it's actually bad. Koff should like he lost to Pantoja, then he's battled his way back, and then I don't know. He's been on and off, on and off. He got hurt. That's why he didn't fight Pantoja before. So I don't know. Cobb needs it a lot more than Royval does.
Yeah,
I
and
agree with
he's
you.
closest, even though he's a lower ranking, he's closer to the title than Royale is.
No, for sure, for sure. I agree with you there.
So he's fighting for more because the way it's looking, Pantoja, there may be two fights before Pantoja comes back.
I would say one probably. If it could be two, but I would say one. but we can talk
Depending on
about it.
how Joshua didn't get hit, so he can honestly want to fight whenever.
Yeah, though he'll probably fight in like April, May, probably, just
I
because.
think I don't think he waits that long.
I think that we can talk about this on the prediction episode.
Yeah.
Listen, we got see, since we got a 6 week layoff here, folks. 6 week with no combat sports, crazy. Well, there's some PFL going on, I think, but 6 weeks with no UFC. What we're gonna do next week? We're gonna do an award show type thing. Fighter of the year, fight of the year, uh, guys to watch out for. Who we liked, what fights we like. Card of the year, that type of stuff. And then one of the weeks in January, we're gonna do a prediction. When we get a little bit more, I know we got a lot of the first quarter already, but they're gonna release some more fights as time goes on. So we're gonna do a preview of the year sometime in January before the first number card, before the Pimblett Gaethje card, just to give our predictions for the year and all that type of stuff. Thanks for rocking with us this whole time. Me and my man Jah, we've been at it, man, in the octagon, just studying these fights, man. But shout out to all the sponsors here. If you look at that QR code above my head, I think it's above my head, right? Yeah. It takes you to notmove-shop.fourthwall.com. That's what gets you to the merch. A-Train been working on the merch. Shout out JB. They got a New Jersey thing for Common. So if you're a Steelers fan, you're a Coach Common fan, get you a Coach Common jersey. They also, if you scroll down, it gets you to all the sponsors. MLB shop, NFL shop. Use promo code not moved. W Energy promo code not moved on there too. Help us out. 10%. Walmart as well. MyBookie.ag and BetUS. Always bet responsibly. 1-800 if you got a problem, 1-800 gambling. There's a gambling line. Um, if you want to throw money on this fight, me and Jog gave you some picks, what we like, what we don't like, you know. Uh, but always do it responsibly. Do it within your means. You don't got to do it if you don't want to do it. If you know. Make sure you like and subscribe. Check out the podcast. We got all types of stuff going on: football, basketball, hockey, wrestling. We got it all, man. Uh, and yeah, and thanks for rocking with us on this UFC pod, y'all. You got sign them out for us.
Hey man, this is Not Move Podcast. I appreciate everybody coming out here and just let that not moved out.
There.
This non casual podcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or reused without the authorized written consent of the Not Move Podcast Network. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.